It is February 15th. All that red we had on set yesterday is gone. Valentine's Day is gone. But it is Friday. Nick Foley here, I'm joined by Kelsey Fabian, who's in for Demetria Green. Jenna Meisler's here as well. Monica, of course, taking a look at your forecast for you as well. So
we got a great Friday.
Pleasantly surprised by this warm-up.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. It's going to be good dog park weather for me.
I know. Always on the brain.
Dogs are always on my mind.
On the brain. Dog park weather. All right. I should do a dog park forecast.
Oh my gosh, you should.
That's a really great idea.
President Trump is expected to sign a spending bill averting another government shutdown.
But he's also planning a controversial move to get the money needed to construct his border wall.
All right, PHL 17's Kyrie Stewart. He joins us now live from the newsroom with more. And the president, Kyrie, is expected to use executive action to get the money for this wall.
All right, well, thank you so much, Kyrie. Back here locally, authorities break up a major drug trafficking operation in Philadelphia's Kensington neighborhood.
Well, Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro made the announcement yesterday in Harrisburg, revealing the operation brought in nearly $8 million annually.
More than 160 agents executed search warrants on 13 residences and 15 cars earlier yesterday morning, and it was all part of a sting dubbed the Kensington Initiative. You saw this on PHL 17 during Action News at 10. The 7 people you see here on your screen were among 11 that were arrested. In addition to the arrest, officers also seized nearly 1,000 grams of crack cocaine, multiple handguns, thousands of dollars in cash, and 170,000 doses of heroin and fentanyl, which also had a street value of nearly $2 million.
We estimate that the entire operation was selling about 300 bundles, a street value of $21,000 every single day. That's the equivalent of $7.7 million worth of these poisons being sold throughout the year.
Those raids focused on areas near the 3300 block of Argyle Street. That is where authorities say most of that heroin and fentanyl was being sold. Officials also saying that most of that drug packaging paraphernalia was recovered during a raid at a home on Cardiff Street, which is in the northeast section of the city.
On the government.
It will avoid another government shutdown, but he's also expected to use executive action to get money for his border wall. So according to the White House, the president will announce that he's using executive action to declare a national emergency so he can spend $8 billion for a border wall. This comes after Congress passed a spending bill that includes about $1.3 billion for 55 miles of new border barriers, far below that $5.7 billion that he originally asked for. Members of Congress expressed concerns about the president declaring a national emergency.
If he signs a national emergency as a way to end run our appropriations process, that challenges the basic separation of powers and the basic constitutional role of Congress.
My message to all of my colleagues is that if we don't stand up for the rule of law here at a moment like this, we could have a constitutional crisis. And it can't be about, situational politics.
This story has been ongoing for so long, and of course here at PHL 17 we're going to continue to follow it. Our Kyrie Stewart will have more on this story in the next half hour.
More independent.
Moving now to local news, taking it to the Jersey Shore. A boardwalk at a popular Jersey Shore town could soon be getting a makeover.
Yes, city officials in Wildwood are seeking funding from the state for the complete reconstruction of its nearly 100-year-old boardwalk. The Press of Atlantic City reports that the 64 overall keeping secrets can lead to depression, anxiety, and poor physical health and can negatively affect relationships.
That's interesting. Well, a sign of true marital bliss may be in the waistline. Researchers say they found happily married couples tend to gain weight. The study found that married women can gain 24 pounds on average during the first 5 or 6 years of being married, and men can gain more than 25 pounds during the same period of time. The study says happy couples are more likely to dine out, drink alcohol at home, and are less active.
I can see that. Makes sense.
Alcohol, though, maybe you would use if you were unhappy. Not happily married.
That's true, too.
That one threw me off.
Maybe not eating quite as much, though. Who knows? Makes sense a little bit.
It does.
All right, they're calling him the next Usain Bolt, and he is only 7 years old.
Wow. Rudolph Ingram Jr., nicknamed Da Blaze, became a viral star after video of him shattering the 100-meter dash record for his age group popped up online. He ran the 100 in 13.41 seconds. That's just a few seconds off the record for 17 and 18-year-olds. Ingram Jr. even drew the attention of LeBron James, who commented on one of his Instagram highlights, calling the 7-year-old impressive.
Wow.
Wow.
That is impressive.
That
like
is impressive.
smoked the field.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And he has such little legs, only
yeah,
7.
They were churning right there.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, there's still so much more to come here on PHL 17 Morning News in our final half hour. We've got Monica and Jenna with a look at our traffic and weather.
Yeah, and Matt Alba with the assignment of the day. He has the very latest on the Philly Beer Fest. Hey, Matt. Hey. Get ready. Brewers and beer enthusiasts from around the region are going to gather today and tomorrow for the Big Philly Beer Fest.
The 2-day event kicks off tonight, and then this morning we've got our own PHL 17's Matt Alba. He joins us live from the convention center. Matt, are you still with us? I know you've been drinking a lot this morning. We've seen you do it every time.
Because now we are talking weddings and a great bridal showcase coming up this weekend at Sugar House Casino.
Yeah, we are joined by Randy Martin, who is the director of events at Boucher Weddings. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
Now, I know this is going to be a really fun event. You've got tons of stuff going on there, but weddings are so overwhelming. I have so many friends right now that either just had a wedding or they're in the process of planning them. And even if they want the simplest of weddings, somehow they're overwhelmed. So what do you tell people in those situations?
It's great that you use that word overwhelmed, because it is absolutely stressful, overwhelming. If you don't know what you don't know, it's just so much to do. So coming to a bridal event like the Boucher Wedding Show that's going to be at the Sugar House, you'll get those tips. We have professionals that will be on stage giving advice. We have a Q&A session so the audience has a chance to ask their questions. There's going to be about 50 wedding professionals that they will actually get to meet and have time to talk to get inspiration and information for their wedding. So all of those things that you're going to need to get started and to continue planning your wedding are right there.
In addition to the information that you have from some of those folks that are going to be at the Sugar House Casino bridal shower event, how about the local vendors, like the foods, the tastings, things like that? You've got a lot of stuff that you can also experience before you make your decisions about your wedding too.
Absolutely. So Sugar House has a great chef, pastry chef. Hugo's Frog Bar is going to have samplings. There will be cocktails. The bakeries that are represented will have things to taste. We have a signature cocktail that everybody will get that's called the Blushing Bride. It's really going to be everything you can imagine from a wedding. There's a live entertainment showcase. There's a runway fashion show, so you'll see bridal gowns. Just everything's there.
And how far in advance should people be planning a wedding, whether it's they want a big, massive wedding or they want something small? What is your suggestion on that?
Typically, just to give yourself enough time to book the venue, I say 12 to 18 months is a good time frame, just because the venues book up fast.
I know so many people want a venue, and it's like, oh, it's booked out 2 years, which is just insane to me.
Right, exactly. But everybody wants to have a fabulous wedding, so those venues the popular ones do book up really fast.
And where is this going to be held? It's specifically at Sugar House?
It is in the event center, which is on the 2nd floor at the Sugar House.
You can see some of your information now about the Sugar House Casino Bridal Showcase. Yep.
There's an amazing view of the river and the Ben Franklin Bridge right from the event space. So, it's a really large space that will hold over 500 guests with a dance floor. It's massive.
Right, and it's from noon to 3:30 as you saw there, so it's going to be a lot of stuff in that area, so you want to get there early. You want to make sure that you give yourself time to get through all the local vendors.
Absolutely.
And get the information that you need before you make your big decisions.
Absolutely, right.
Well, I've got a friend who's planning a wedding right now, so I'm going to tell her to check it out.
Yes, come Sunday.
All right, thank you so much, Randy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I still ahead for you. It is St. Patrick's Day staple. It's already